Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, wondering if the ideas swirling in your mind are just too insignificant to ever make a difference? Maybe you felt that spark of inspiration, only to have it snuffed out by the fear that your dreams are too small, too simple, or too impossible to matter in a world that seems to reward only the boldest, the richest, or the most connected. But what if I told you that sometimes, the tiniest idea, one that starts with almost nothing, can ripple out and change the lives of millions? What if the only thing standing between you and something extraordinary is the courage to take that very first step, no matter how small it seems? Let's talk about Ryan Trahan, a young man who started with just a single penny in his pocket. That's right, just 1 cent. No secret investors, no viral fame to kick things off, and no safety net to catch him if he failed. Just a penny, a camera, and a wild idea. Could he turn that penny into something that would make a real difference? Could he use it to spark a movement, to inspire hope, and to help people who needed it most? It sounds impossible, doesn't it? But that's exactly what makes his story so powerful. Against all odds, Ryan's journey didn't just capture the attention of a few friends or a handful of curious onlookers. It exploded into a phenomenon that touched millions of lives across the country and around the world. His name became synonymous with hope, creativity, and relentless determination. People from every walk of life, students, parents, business owners, and even complete strangers, found themselves rooting for him, inspired by his willingness to start small and dream big. Ryan Trahan became a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to let your circumstances define your potential. With no sponsors backing him, no detailed plan mapped out, and no guarantee of success, Ryan set out on a journey that would take him to every single state in America. 50 states, 50 days, one mission, to prove that even the smallest beginnings can lead to the biggest changes. He didn't have a team of experts or a fleet of support vehicles. He had his backpack, his determination, and a single goal that kept him moving forward, no matter how tough the road became. Every mile he traveled was a testament to the power of persistence and the belief that one person really can make a difference. But Ryan's journey wasn't just about crossing state lines or breaking records. It was about something much bigger, feeding millions of people in need. Every step he took, every dollar he earned, and every challenge he faced was dedicated to helping those who struggle with hunger every single day. He partnered with organizations, rallied communities, and inspired countless others to join the fight against food insecurity. Through his efforts, he didn't just raise money. He raised awareness, hope, and a sense of unity that brought people together for a common cause. Along the way, Ryan hustled harder than ever before. He washed cars on busy street corners, sold bottles of water to strangers passing by, and took on odd jobs that most people would overlook. He faced setbacks, exhaustion, and moments of doubt, but he never let those obstacles stop him. Instead, he used every challenge as fuel to keep going, to keep believing, and to keep pushing forward. His journey was a masterclass in resilience, resourcefulness, and the kind of grit that turns dreams into reality. And then, something incredible happened. People began to notice his struggle, not just as spectators, but as participants. Strangers reached out to offer help, volunteers joined his cause, and communities rallied around his mission. It was as if his determination was contagious, spreading from one person to the next and igniting a movement that no one could have predicted. Ryan's journey became a beacon of hope, showing that when one person dares to try, others will follow. The support didn't stop there. People from all over the world began to comment on his videos, share his story on social media, and donate whatever they could to help him reach his goal. Every like, every share, and every dollar donated became a building block in a growing movement. It wasn't just about Ryan anymore. It was about everyone who believed that change was possible, no matter how small the beginning. Suddenly, it felt like the whole world was rooting for one guy and his penny. People who had never met Ryan felt invested in his journey, cheering him on from their homes, their schools, and their workplaces. They saw themselves in his struggle, his hope, and his relentless pursuit of something bigger than himself. It was a reminder that we're all connected, and that even the smallest act of courage can inspire a wave of support that reaches farther than we ever imagined. And then, after weeks of hard work, sleepless nights, and countless miles traveled, Ryan crossed the finish line. The result? Over $5 million raised for charity. That's right, $5 million, all from a journey that started with a single penny. The celebration wasn't just about the money, though. It was about the proof that big change doesn't require big money, big fame, or big connections. It just takes one idea, one brave step, and the willingness to keep going, even when the odds seem impossible. Ryan's story is living proof that you don't need a fortune to make a difference. You don't need to have it all figured out before you start. All you need is the courage to take that first step, to believe in your idea, and to keep moving forward, one small action at a time. Every great journey begins with a single step, and every big change starts with a simple decision to try. So, what about you? What will your penny become? What dream have you been holding on to, waiting for the perfect moment to begin? The truth is, there's no perfect moment, there's only now. Take that first step, no matter how small it seems. Comment, "I'm starting today," and let the world know that you're ready to make your mark. Your journey could be the spark that inspires someone else to start theirs. Subscribe and join the movement. Together we can prove that no idea is too small, no dream is too simple, and no one is too insignificant to make a difference. The world is waiting for your story, so let's get started, one penny at a time.